Hey friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark and sell them for hopefully a profit. Today, I have 25 items that sold over the last week. I have a gross sales amount of $636.65. If you stay to the end, I will tell you how much of that is actually profit that I get to keep. And my average sale price per item was $24.49. I'm gonna tell you the first thing that sold, and it is this. This isn't in any order, actually. The first thing I'm shipping. This is a homeschool curriculum. It's called All About Reading. I have two books that are like a reading, they're readers. So like when a kid is learning to read, they use them to help them learn to read. And it's like the first books that they read, if that makes sense. So All About Reading has a really good, that's the brand in general, has a pretty good average sell price and a pretty good, in my opinion, sell-through rate. The average sell price for the brand overall, I didn't filter by specific books or new or used, any of that. I just searched the brand using the product research tool on eBay. And the average sell price is $37.28 and the sell-through rate is 33%. I think that's pretty good. A friend of mine, I'm a homeschool mom, and a friend of mine who is also a homeschool mom gave me a bunch of stuff that she was finished using, and I took what I could use personally for my kids out of those items, and she said I could do whatever I wanted with the rest. So she knows I'm a reseller and I am reselling them, so that's great. So this was free inventory for me, but I do find homeschool curriculum pretty often at yard sales. I think probably if I looked more in the in like the book section of the thrift stores, I'm guessing that there's some homeschool curriculum there. So it wouldn't hurt to look. I have sold quite a bit of the curriculum that she gave me pretty quickly. So these sold for $23 the set. It took about 3 weeks to sell. I have zero cost of goods. I'm sorry, they bought it on eBay, so they paid a total of $28.61 with the shipping, and then my profit, which is everything minus fees, shipping, and cost of goods, is $17.87. So if you are a regular viewer, you may have noticed that I did thrift hauls all last week, and that's because I was actually gone. My kids were a part of a camp, and I have volunteered at the camp for about 6 years now. So it's a really fun experience for all of us, all of my kids and myself. I love it. I have some friends that are also volunteers out there, and it's just a great time for us. So that's where I was. And now I have a lot of stuff to ship. My husband and one of my daughters shipped for me last, I think, Tuesday. So this is about a week's worth. Today is Monday, June 10th. All right, this is a Torrid bra. So Torrid here, and it's just a pretty basic bra. This, I love. Torrid is a brand that I really like, and the bras, that's why I'm out of order. I'm taking hold on. Okay. I was gonna tell you after the next item, but clearly I need to say it now. I have a really bad headache. I woke up with a bad headache, tried to get some stuff done, realized that wasn't working. I laid back down for about 45 minutes, hoping it would go away. It did not. So I probably am not gonna over talk today, which could be interesting. Hopefully there won't be a lot of like just empty space. But anyway, these are a pair of sandals. These are the brand Teva, I think is actually how you're supposed to say them. But I've called them Tevas for most of my life. So these are the Sport Trail sandals. And they have an average sale price of $21.77 and a 43% sell-through rate, which I think is really good. So sell-through rate is calculated by taking the amount of items sold and dividing it by the amount of items listed and sold. So if we're doing very simple math, 43% would look like 43 items sold. And can I do math with a headache? 67 items still listed. So I think that's pretty great. Other people calculate sell-through rate in different ways. I don't care how they do it. I do it this way because that's how the product research tool does it. And it just makes it simple for me. I'm just telling you how I do it so you know. Okay. So my Tevas, whatever, sold for $24 on Poshmark. They were only listed for about 2 weeks, and I bought them just at a little local thrift store for $2. I bought these in a pair of Chacos, but the Chacos didn't have a size in them, so I haven't listed them yet because I gotta figure that out. Anyway, that makes my profit $17.20. I am pleased with that. There are 2 items that I have that are in my totals, but I don't actually have today. One is because somebody bought a hat and then asked me to send it right away, and so I called my husband and asked him to ship it out, and he did. And then the other one, I had a, I don't know if I should admit this. So I had a return earlier in the week. My daughter checked the return for me because she was still here before she had gone up to camp with us. And so I relisted it right away, and it resold right away. It was a pair of Talbot's linen pants, and I was super happy they sold. I got back, I can't find them anywhere. So early this morning, I was like trying to gather all my things. I had done all my labels last night. Just because I knew it was going to be so much. And I was like, I don't know where those pants are. I don't know what my daughter did with them. And Alex, my husband, was like, you wore them yesterday. I didn't know. My daughter had just put them in my bedroom, and I really like linen pants. So I have to run them through the wash real quick this morning, because I wore them yesterday to church. Maybe that's really embarrassing. Maybe that's really dumb. I have a lot of linen pants, and she just put them on my dresser in my bedroom instead of putting them out here. So they were apparently the right size for me. I didn't tell you about this bra. The average sale price on a Torrid bra is $14.43 with a 35% sell-through rate, which I'm really pleased with. I listed this really low for $9.96 because it's pretty worn, like really worn. It sold for $9.96 plus shipping, so they paid $14.37. Took 10 days to sell. My profit is $6.82. I only spent $1 on it at the Goodwill outlet. It was about $1. I don't have an exact price. This swimsuit was so cute. This is a halter swimsuit. This is the brand Bowden, which I really used to like selling Bowden, but I just haven't had real good success with it lately. I'm not sure why. But this sold pretty quickly. So Bowden swimsuits, one-piece swimsuits, have an average sale price of $24.25 and an average sell price of, a sell-through rate of 27%. This, if I add a halter to it, it increases the average sale price to $31.65. That's almost a $5 difference. I'm sorry, that's more than a $5 difference. That's like a $7 difference, right? Okay, it's a $7 difference. And it also increases the average, the sell-through rate to 36%. I think that's great. Mine sold for $34.96. That's what I listed it for. I have a perpetual coupon on my eBay store for 15% off. They used that plus paid the shipping. So their total was $36.42, and it took a month to sell. I paid about $4. I paid $4 for it at a local thrift store that benefits our mission, and my profit is $20.70. That's great. Here is another swimsuit that has also a pretty good sell-through rate. So this is, I don't know, I just thought this was really fun. This print. The brand is Land's End, and I have sold 6 Land's End swimsuits, and I only have 4 left listed. So for me personally, I have a 60% sell-through rate on Land's End swimsuits. Either tankini tops. 2 of the ones that I haven't sold yet are bottoms only. So like a the one's like a skirt and one's just like a pair of shorts, but they're swim bottoms. I do think plus size in Land's End has a better sell-through rate, but only half of the ones that I sold were plus size. So I don't know. I have something in my mouth. It was weird. It just like appeared out of nowhere. Okay. Land's End one-piece swimsuits in plus sizes have an average sale price of $21.87 and a 40% sell-through rate. 40%. This sold for $20 on Poshmark. It took about 3 weeks to sell. I bought it up in Michigan. I went to see my grandma and did some thrifting along the way. Paid $3 for it. I didn't know what store it was. I went to Salvation Army up there. I went to St. Vincent de Paul. I went to a Goodwill. I don't know where I bought it though. Anyway, yeah, my profit's $13 in 3 weeks, so that's pretty good. All right, this brand I used to sell really well, and it hasn't sold lately, I've noticed. So this is just a kind of very plain t-shirt. I guess not plain because it's got all these rhinestones and this detail. But other than that, it's just a t-shirt, but it is new. It's the brand Quacker Factory, which does do better in plus sizes for sure. Although I didn't actually look up sell-through rates and stuff. I shouldn't say for sure. My experience is plus sizes in this brand sell better. So Quacker Factory t-shirts that are new have an average sale price of $20.45 and a 32% sell-through rate. I did list mine kind of low. I listed it for $20, and then I sent out 20% off offers to watchers on eBay. So that made it $15.97. Plus shipping was $22.72, and it took 1 month to sell. I bought it at, oh my goodness, I don't know why this isn't working today. Probably because my brain is not working today. I tell you what, a week at camp will certainly do something to you. It's so worth it though. All right, yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Shocking. Yeah, I bought it for $1 at a little thrift store that has really good pricing, obviously, for $1. Okay, I'm leaving it. My profit ends up being $13.13, which, you know, that's not like a huge amount of money. My goal is always $15 per item just to value my time. And $15 is pretty close. Not bad at all. All right. I think I told you all the things about this. I do wrap all my items in tissue paper, and I add a little thank you sticker. All of that is linked below. I just buy it on Amazon. I buy the cheapest thing I can find. Because people throw it away, you know? I like it to look nice and my buyers to know that I take care of the items, but they're gonna throw it all away. These poly mailers that everything Ground Advantage goes in came from eBay. I use my quarterly shipping supply coupon that I get for having an eBay store. I also, when I don't have those, I do buy them off of Amazon. They're 10 by 13, I think. Told you all of that. All right, this is going to be easy to ship. This is a new LL Bean polo. It is a PK knit, which I don't know if you can see that. It has like texture in it. And this is a woman's shirt. So LL Bean polos, PK knit new, have an average sell price of $16.75, which is not a lot, but it's a 67% sell-through rate. So another eBay YouTuber, another reseller YouTuber might say that's more than 100% sell-through rate, which is fantastic, right? There are more items sold than listed once you get to that 50% sell-through rate, which is awesome. This sold for $15 plus shipping on eBay. They paid a total of $21.70. I bought it 2 weeks ago. I paid an average of 63 cents at my favorite thrift store for those items. They did have it priced at $2, but my favorite thrift store has a perpetual bag sale, and my cost of goods is always really low. The highest I think it's ever been is $1.75 an item. So it's been down as low as 6 cents an item, which is absolutely ridiculous. My profit on this item is $12.82. This, I was kind of surprised at. When I first started reselling, which was 2.5 years ago, everyone was like, Columbia PFG is the only Columbia you should pick up, right? Well, then it just never sold for me. But this actually has a really good sell-through rate. So this is a woman's shirt, is that right? No, it's not. Hold on, I gotta think of this through. This is a man's shirt. Well, hopefully I listed it correctly, or it's gonna come back to me. I don't know. I looked it up wrong. Women's Columbia PFG with a vent in the back, which is like that little flap on the back, has an average sale price of $14.48 and a 62% sell-through rate. Mine sold for $15.96 plus shipping on eBay, so $22.96 was their total. It took a month to sell. I bought it at a Salvation Army rummage sale. So I don't have a Salvation Army store in my town, so the church does a rummage sale quarterly, I think. One's coming up here pretty soon in a couple weeks. I'm getting a little excited about it. I always find some really good stuff. I spent $1, so that was my average cost of goods. I think the last time I went was $1. I listed it about a month ago. My profit is $11.97. Hopefully, if I listed it correctly. We'll see. All right. This next item is a pair of linen pants, not the ones I wore. These are actually a linen blend. They are wide-legged. The brand is Cactus, which doesn't really have a sell-through rate, but it is, hold on. There's Cactus, K-A-K-T-U-S. But it is made in Italy, and linen made in Italy tends to sell higher and also faster, I think. So the average sale price, I'm sorry, hold on. When I looked this up, mine was the only one that sold, but there also weren't any others listed in this brand. So quite possibly I undersold it, but I listed it for $19.96. Hold on a second. I need to wrap my brain around this for a second. If I took off Cactus, the linen blend wide leg made in Italy pants are average sale price is $36.87 and a 35% sell-through rate. I don't know why I listed it so low, but I listed them for $19.96 and it sold within 8 days. I think it actually sold in less than that. And yeah, I think it sold in less than that. It was 8 days from the time I listed it to the time I put in all my information in Vendu. And I think this one sold earlier on in the week. So anyway, it sold really fast, probably because I underpriced it, but that's okay. They sold. They sold. Paid a total of $23.97. So I think they did use that coupon, and I paid 50 cents for it at my favorite thrift store, and my profit is $13.29. All right, hopefully I told you all the information on that. Okay, this I also think I undersold, but somebody sent me a message. I should have just waited on it maybe, but this was just in my bins haul from Saturday night. This is, I don't know what this is, Young, I don't know. Anyway, it has like an astronaut on it and space themed. It looks like a movie thing, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyway, it looks like a t-shirt that has been cut off to make a tank top. But if I look up Youngla graphic tank tops, the average sale price is $17.47 and 100% sell-through rate. So there were about 4 that had sold at like a graphic tee looking tank top, and you know, none others listed. This sold pretty well immediately, I would say within 2 days. It says 4 days because it was a couple days for me to get it put into Vendu, but I listed it for $19, and somebody sent me a message and was like, hey, just for reference, these t-shirts actually only sell new for about $30. And since this is like a t-shirt that's been hacked off, would you take 12? And since I bought it at the bins and I was thinking that my sales were going to be kind of low, I just went ahead and said I would. So they sent me the offer and I accepted it. Maybe had I waited a week or two, it would have sold. And I will have an example of why I think that that is true. Other than obviously, you know, 100% sell-through rate, like a true 100% sell-through rate is really good. I don't know. I mean, the average sell price was still only $17.47, so maybe I missed out on $5. I don't know. It's fine. I'm not like upset about it. I'm just telling you all the information. They paid a total of $17.85, and I paid around $2. That's my average cost of goods for when I go to the bins. I believe my actual average this time was $160. I think that's correct. Anyway, my profit on that ends up being $8.80. So not too bad for something that I saved from the landfill. Now, when I found it, this one, I also found 2 other just like plain tank tops, and the other one of it sold really fast. And this one sold for the full asking price minus the 15% coupon. And when I was doing the labels last night, I was like, that's weird. I wonder why the third one didn't sell. And it's because I haven't listed it yet. I have the pictures ready to go. I just didn't list it yet. So maybe the third one would have sold. This one is obviously like very plain and basic. It does have like embroidered Roman numerals on it. I don't know. I don't know anything about this brand or what it is or where it came from, but I do know that this is like a heavyweight tank top and it feels really nice, which is why I looked it up. That and the branding being embroidered on it generally is worth looking up. Good morning. Hey, what do you need? Oh, it's okay.
We gotta pack.
We do. Yep.
And I gotta do the lawn.
Okay, well, we'll get to it. I'm just right in the middle of a video. Did you need something from me?
I was gonna have it packing.
It's right here. You're welcome. All right, so just a plain tank top has an average sale price of $16.33 and a 60% sell-through rate. So this one, again, I listed for $19.96. They bought it with the 15% off coupon, and they paid a total of $23.72. I bought it at the bins again, so paid an average of $2. Like I said, I think it's $1.60 was my actual average, but generally I average it as $2. And my profit is $13.24. And that's why I say I think the other one would have sold probably pretty fast. But oh well, maybe I made a mistake, but whatever. You live and learn. This is a bolo, I would say. A bolo. I don't know why. I don't know anything about it. So anyway, this is a t-shirt. It says one mountain, many paths, and it has a tree ring in it. So I don't know. Do you know what I mean when I say that? Like, think about a sliced tree and then it has all the like the veins and the rings and stuff in it. That's what this pattern is underneath the thing. Anyway, look at this tag. Tell me you wouldn't look that tag up if you're a reseller. Anyway, Imogene and Willie t-shirt. This actually has a stain on it right here, which I made a picture of and noted. This is really nice. Like, it feels funky, like it's like hemp or something, but I don't, no, it's just cotton, but I don't know. Anyway, the average sale price of these t-shirts is $35.96. It has a 90% sell-through rate. Just Imogene and Willie t-shirt, 90% sell-through rate. That's crazy to me. Okay, and $35.96, that's a decently high thing. Anyway, I searched and I searched and I searched for this exact shirt. Couldn't find it. It's nowhere to be found on anywhere. I think I found it brand new. I don't remember. Some headache is not helping. Anyway, somebody said I listed it for $50 and it sold almost immediately for $40. Somebody offered me $40 and I was like, yep, yeah, I'll take that. Once again, I found it at the bins, so I did not pay much for it at all. It sold within 3 days, less than that. I think it sold within 1 day. And my profit is $32.90. So I would say Imogene and Willie t-shirts, bolo. Bolo means be on the lookout if you are unfamiliar. Packages going everywhere down there. Oh my goodness. This, look at this. This is a vintage dress that my mom gave me when my daughter had her dance recital. Look at the smocking on that. It's gorgeous. My mom and dad came up to watch, and it's Feltman Brothers. She handed me this to sell. It's gorgeous. I don't know where she got it. I think a yard sale. But she just gave it to me. It sold so fast that I think I undersold it again. Maybe not. Maybe it was just right on perfectly. So the average sale price for this Feltman Brothers smocked vintage toddler dress is only $10 with a 33% sell-through rate. I was like, I'm not listing this thing for $10. So my kind of go-to price when I don't really know what to price things, if I think they're worth something but comps are telling me lower, I hit like right around $30. That's what I do a lot with like vintage dress or vintage sweaters and things like that. So I listed it for 30. Somebody bought it immediately. Not immediately, probably 2 days. So they paid a total of $31.42. So again, they used that 15% off coupon. It's amazing to me because I have zero cost of goods. It makes my profit $22.44. So thank you, Mom, for supporting me. Now I will say I did not, you know what, I need a different bag for these. Hold on a second. I don't overly edit my videos and I will likely forget to edit that out, so I'm really sorry. But like I leave my kids in like the interruptions, and it's just real life. I'm just trying to show you real life, including real sales. These are Harley Davidson jeans. There's 2 pair. They are really, really thrashed, like ripped to shreds. So I had listed, there's 2 of them. I had listed them individually and they did not sell and did not sell and did not sell. And then when I did my, I like redid my inventory and moved from a bin system to these bags with a SKU system. I decided to relist them and list them together. And I didn't even retake pictures. I don't know. Anyway, they sold together. I had 2 sets of these. So I found these at a yard sale last summer and thought they were going to be like $5 a piece. And when I went to pay for them, they were like, how about $1 a piece? I was like, yeah, that's great. So I paid $2. Harley Davidson jeans. And I didn't get more specific than that. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. Anyway, they have an average sale price of $19.29 and a 22% sell-through rate. These sold for $22.12. So basically kind of a 2-for-1. But like I said, 1, they're pretty trash. 2, 22% sell-through rate is on the low side, I would say. And my profit is still $19.38 because I only paid $2 for them. So I do have bigger poly mailers that I use. Those are, I believe, are also linked below. This is not a bolo, nor I'm kind of surprised it sold. I think it's so cute. So it's a jumpsuit and it kind of has like this cross, you know, it kind of looks like a wrap in the front. It's a linen blend. It's a wide leg crop, but it had a belt and now the belt is gone. Oh, it does have pockets. Oh. And it also was ripped. So I don't know when I bought it, but maybe it wasn't ripped. Yes. Is this it? I think that's it. Anyway, it was ripped. One of my best friends is a seamstress, and so she repaired it for me. The repair, I think, looks really good. Yeah, so I noted that. So with the no belt and a repaired rip, and the sell-through rate is only 5%. I didn't show you the brand. I'm sorry. This darn headache. Eloquy, which in general, I've sold before for a decent amount, but somehow an Eloquy linen blend jumpsuit is not very popular. 5% sell-through rate. The average sell price is $28.71. Mine sold for $20 on Poshmark. I'm happy about that. I did pay $4 for it at a garage sale, but that was when I was selling more Eloquy. Like, it just was selling better for me, and I held on to it for a really long time before actually listing it because it did have that rip and needed to be repaired. So my profit's $12, but considering all those factors, I'm not really sad about that. Whew. All right. Do you have a good headache solution remedy? Usually I drink some coffee and take a nap, and that helps. Because it depends on what kind of headache I have. This one is definitely I am overtired headache. I didn't sleep well last night. If you have a fail-proof remedy, let me know. Nothing gross. Can't handle that. Ibuprofen doesn't usually cut it for me. I don't know. Anyway, this is a Hawaiian shirt. Button up. I thought it was pretty fun with that palm tree and like the sunset. It says Hawaii and Aloha. Oh, blah. Hawaii and Aloha all over it. It is made in Hawaii, which is definitely a plus when you have Hawaiian shirts. This one is called Royal Creations. Royal Creations Hawaiian shirts have an average sale price of $14.25 and a 10% sell-through rate, which, I don't know. Pretty much, especially dresses, anything that I bought that's been made in Hawaii has sold. I do have one other of this brand that hasn't sold yet, and I've had this for a bit. I've had this for 7 months. It sold for $16 on Poshmark. I paid $1 for it at my favorite thrift store, and my profit is $11.80. So not too bad. But the ROI is great, right? When I'm making like 10 times my money, I'm never sad about that. All right, we're like more than halfway through, so thanks for hanging with me. I know my energy level is way low, but I'm not gonna be a fake person on the internet. This is a little, oh my word, seriously, how cute is this? Little baby camo Carhartt short owls. Those have an average sale price of $11 and 8% sell-through rate. Yikes, this did take 14 months to sell, and I can guarantee it's because I had it overpriced. Sold for $17 plus shipping on eBay. So yeah, I definitely way overpriced that. So grateful that it sold finally. But how cute, right? $23.15 was what they paid in total. I bought it again at my favorite thrift store for $1, and my profit ends up being $12.96. That one was promoted. I would say half of the items sold promoted. I promote around 4%. I change it up. Redo my promotions occasionally. And I'll just switch it from like 4.1 to 4.3. And then I'll switch it to 3.9. And then I'll switch it to 4.5. And then I'll switch it to 4.2, you know? Like just kind of whatever. Did I tell you all this stuff? I think I did. The pile's getting too high here. All right, this is a set. So there are pants. They're wide leg. This is linen. I think it's 100% linen, actually, if I remember correctly. It is. It's the brand Orvis. It's 100% linen pants, and this has, I don't know if you can tell, but it's teeny tiny little houndstooth print. So it came with the pants, and I don't know if you can tell, but it is a plus size, which I don't know. Sometimes I don't. No, it's not. It's only a large. Okay, they're just real flowy pants. Anyway, and then this top, this is kind of like cropped and boxy. I don't know. I think it's cute. It is all kind of oversized. Very, I don't know. Maybe I should have used like lagging look in this. I don't know if I did. Maybe I did. Anyway, it didn't have great comps. The average sale price was $35 for a linen set and a 13% sell-through rate. Real low. It did take a while to sell, 7 months. It's not terrible. sold for $30 on Poshmark. I think I started it out at 50 and then went to 40 and someone offered me 30. And at that point, I'll take it. This was from my favorite thrift store. This was the $1.75 day. And I think it was because of this. There was another Orvis 2-piece set. It was like a crinkly kind of material. And that one already sold. There was quite a few things that I bought that were like in their priced section. So it upped my average cost of goods that day, but $1.75 is still not bad at all. My profit ends up being $22.25. All right, this is a pair of Talbot's pants. These look very similar to the other ones, don't they? These are a gingham, not the houndstooth, but it's seersucker. So I don't know if you can tell. It has like a texture to it, you know? It's kind of ripply. I don't know how to explain it, but the brand is Talbot's. It's old. That's a vintage label there. And excuse me. My nose itches all the time when I get in front of you in my video. And I don't think you wanted to watch me scratch my nose. Anyway, okay. I don't remember how I looked these up. I think I looked up Talbot's seersucker pants. Maybe I added gingham. I think I did. $16.62 was the average sale price. 27% was the sell-through rate. That's not terrible. I mean, that's not great. That's not terrible. Mine sold for $14.88 plus shipping on eBay, so $18.45. They did take 10 months to sell. Bought them at my favorite thrift store. They were only 40 cents. And my profit is $10.98. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, this is the brand Soma. So this is a tank top. And Soma is like intimates. So nightgowns, bras. I sell the bras a lot. I've sold a few like nightgowns and stuff. This is kind of, it feels like a swimsuit almost. You know what? Honestly, I wonder if it was a swimsuit. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, there's Soma. I just looked up Soma tank top. Maybe I should have looked up swimsuit top. As an average sale price. Oh boy, I do not do things perfectly. I am not ever here to tell you what to do. I am telling you what I have done and just sharing that with you. If it's helpful along the way, probably more often what not to do than what to do, then I'm glad. I'm very glad for that. But man, this is not a tutorial ever. Soma tank tops have an average sale price of $15.73 and a 27% sell-through rate. It's pretty good. When I'm shopping, I like it to be 25% or higher. Obviously, I don't always hit that, but I don't think it's the only factor. You know, there's other factors than comps. Comps are important, but it's not the only factor. Mine sold for $13.87 plus shipping on eBay, so $18.79 is the total. I spent way too much on this. Actually, this was an average of $3.40. I went on a work trip with my husband to Roanoke, Virginia, and went thrifting there, and this is where I bought it there. So it was 11 months ago. It wasn't a great buy. $6.91 is my profit on that. It's still sold, right? All right, another linen. Gotta love the linen. This is a button up. It is a roll tab sleeve. I have one rolled and one not. So if you're unfamiliar, roll top sleeves have a button up the top, I'll get there. Kind of in the middle of the sleeve, and you're like, what's that button for? It's so you can roll it up and it becomes like a 3/4 length sleeve. So I'm actually gonna unroll this other one to ship it. It is pretty wrinkly, but yeah. So anyway, sorry, this is Calvin Klein. Don't think I said the brand. It does have like a stretchy kind of panel right here on the side. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's there. Calvin Klein button-up linen button-ups have an average sale price of $13.29 and a 17% sell-through rate. Mine sold for $15 on Poshmark. So that's good. It could take 8 months to sell. Probably, you know, not very high sell-through rate. And I did pay only 60 cents for it at my favorite thrift store again. So my profit ends up being $11.40. This one on Poshmark, right? Poshmark, you can use any priority shipping packaging that you want to use. I use these Tyvek mailers mostly. I don't think the adhesive is great, and it like doesn't go all the way to the end. So I put these little priority stickers on the ends just to kind of seal those up. I don't think it's necessary, but I do it. You can get all your priority mailing supplies for free on the USPS.com website, and they send it to your house, and it's great. You still have to pay to use them, like you have to pay to buy the label to ship it out. This is another new with tags item. So this is a pair of pants, capri pants. They're gray. They do have like a little, it's not really a pattern. It's more like, it's not really heathered. I don't know. Anyway, and it does have this little button detail on the leg, which I think is so cute. These are new. Brand new. They're only $40. They're Lane Bryant, which is a brand, a plus size brand that I really like to sell. Tends to sell pretty well, I think. Did I look up specifically to know for sure? I did not, but hopefully I'm accurate in that. Anyway, Lane Bryant new capri pants have an average sale price of $18.70 and a 19% sell-through rate. Mine sold for $15 plus shipping, so $25.80 is what they paid total. I bought them about 4 months ago at my favorite thrift store for 88 cents, and that makes my profit $15.40. Hate when I'm like not myself, you know, but like I said, I'm not gonna put on a show. This is surprising, maybe not surprising. This is a guess what, linen. A linen top. It's a wrap top, which is going to be really hard to show you, but hopefully you know what that means. Like crosses in the front like this. It is this really beautiful flower print. It's linen. I think it's 100% linen, and it's Old Navy, and it's a plus size. So I've had some pretty good luck this summer with Old Navy linen. This I bought specifically for the aesthetics video that I did in March with Gretchen, the Restless Thrifter. And I forget which aesthetic I used it for. I think I used it for ballet, just with that cross, with the wrap, although it's not really, I don't know. I stretched it a little bit on some of them, to be quite honest. But it could be used for quite a few different aesthetics. Coquette is one I thought of. It's very feminine. Anyway, linen wrap tops from Old Navy in plus sizes have an average sale price of $21.05 and a 40% sell-through rate. I'm telling you, Old Navy, some of it you gotta look it up, because some of it sells, and you gotta get a good price on it. You know, I can't pay $8 at a thrift store for that, but mine sold for $18.37. They paid a total of $27.27 or $24.23. I don't know what I'm saying. They paid a total of $24.23. I paid $2.50 for it at, we have a local thrift store that benefits our Humane Society. It's usually pretty overpriced. I think that was a half price item. And I very rarely go there just because it's kind of in a weird part of town that I don't go to very often. And it's open weird hours. Anyway, my profit is $12.28 and it took 3 months to sell. All right, we're almost to the end. Whew, I did this in less than an hour. That's great. This is a denim jean jumper. Well, denim and jean kind of means the same thing. This is really lightweight, which is nice for summer. This is vintage. It's called Sport Truly Yours. Truly Yours Sport. How do I know it's vintage? I get a lot of those questions. There's a couple reasons. One is the tag gives it away. Just kind of the way the tag's made and the style. Two, where it's made. This was made in Sri Lanka. Is that what it said? I think that there are things still made in that country, but often when they're made in Sri Lanka, I'm saying it wrong and I'm gonna sound like an idiot. They're often vintage. Hong Kong is another one. There's another one that starts with an M and I can't think of off the top of my head. Anyway, the other thing is just the style. I lived in the 90s and early 2000s. Which is a lot of the, like, you know, 90s and Y2K style that's popular right now. That's what I wore when I was in high school and college, and so I just know, like, the style of it. So anyway, hopefully that helps a little bit. Vintage jean jumpers in plus size. That was also plus size. Has an average sale price of $23.48 and only an 11% sell-through rate. This sold for $15 plus shipping on eBay. They paid a total of $23.45. Sold in just about a month. I bought it in an estate sale, and that haul was on my channel last week also. The average cost of goods at that estate sale was $2.64, so my profit is $10.52, which is pretty good. So I do have to wash those Talbot's linen pants. Such an idiot. It makes me so, like, embarrassed, but at the same time, like, I don't know, just whatever. Anyway, they'll be freshly washed and ready to go for the person. The linen pants sold for $29.96 minus the 15%. Plus the shipping, which was $33.92, and I bought them at the bins for $2. They sold in 6 days-ish for $21.21 profit. And then the average sale price on those Talbot's pants are $16.96 with a 31% sell-through rate. And like I said, they had just been returned to me and they sold again very, very fast. My total profit for the week was $388.57. I believe that's a little under my goal, but considering I wasn't listing as much, I still was listing, but just not as much. And I did not put my store on vacation mode, One, because my husband was home and I knew that he would be able to ship for me if some random thing came up like it did with the hat. Two, I don't know what. I had just changed all my shipping times to like really long. So there will be other times this summer that I will have to put my store on vacation mode. But I'm curious if you do that. Do you, when you go somewhere, do you put your store on vacation mode or do you adjust your shipping times? I don't know if there's a right or a wrong way to do it. I think that's just different ways to do it, and I have done it differently at different times. So I'm curious what your take on it is. If you're not a reseller, would somebody's store being on vacation time deter you from buying? Or if their handling time was really long, like 7 days, which is what I started with. I would be interested to know. I'm also curious. We love going to camp, like I said, and would love to know if that is something that you, I know a couple weeks ago I said that one of my favorite things to do is to go kayaking, and there were so many other people who were like, yeah, we really love kayaking. So maybe you also like to go to camp. This is not camping. This was like in lodges and cabins, and but it was on a lake, and we did things like fishing and canoeing and hiking, and the kids cooked over a campfire for like one of their activities. They did some art projects and played some games. It was a lot of fun. So there was pottery. I guess I'm just curious if that's something that you do. If you do, what's your favorite part of it? If you don't, why not? Is it something that you've just never had the opportunity to do? Or your kids or grandkids or nieces or nephews or whoever. Or something that you just dislike, and that's totally fine. I think that if we were all the same, it'd be really boring. But I do think it's fun to find commonalities between people as well. So, okay, I'm rambling and I'm not sure that what I'm saying is coherent. So if you've stuck with me this long, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Make sure you like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. I do ship with me videos, usually not this long, every day, hopefully at 8 p.m. Eastern if it uploads correctly. And just a kind of a daily chronicle of what a part-time reseller actually is selling. I think that that's important to know as a reseller. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me and hanging out with me. I really appreciate you. I'll see you soon.